what's up, everybody? Welcome to the installment of BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and tonight I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Warner Brothers animation / Looney Tunes film King Tweety. But before I get into it, I want to remind you guys to go ahead, hit that like button down below, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out my other review I did for the week, which was on, dang, what was it on? I don't know. Go watch it and tell me what it was on. No, it was on a Quiet Part Loud podcast. So I did a review of a podcast, but it's not the type of podcast you think. So make sure you go check out that review and show that podcast, A Quiet Part Loud, some love on Spotify. It's executive produced by Jordan Peele. Make sure you guys check that out, but check out my review as well. This week we're not going to be on Twitch. We're taking our Thanksgiving break. And this is not my Thanksgiving special video, but this review here is a movie I was interested, I was intrigued by when I first heard about it. And I don't know, I knew it was coming to HBO Max, which is where it's at now, which is how I watched it. But I wasn't quite sure, just going into this, I wasn't sure what to expect. King Tweety, of course, is the film I'm talking about. If y'all see me looking off to the side, because I actually was just watching it, so I have the screen up there and like some of my thoughts. I'm about to get into some of my thoughts right now. But yeah, so this is a movie that was released this year. It was first released on direct to DVD, which I didn't even think they still invest in those types of ventures, but they do. So it came direct to DVD. It was released on when was this release? Hold on. You see, this is what happens when you're not prepared. It was released on June 14th on DVD, digital video, all that stuff. November 19th, it aired on Cartoon Network, and November 20th, it came on HBO Max. This movie's around 80 minutes long, and it stars Eric Bauza as Tweety and a whole bunch of other characters. I think Sylvester as well. Candy Milo was in this. John Daly, Rick Linehorn, just to name a few. Maya Lynn Robinson, Nicole Thurman, Mark Whitten, Reggie Davis, Dana De Lorenzo, Carlise Burke, and Flula Borg. There, I named all the cast. Even though I wasn't planning to, I named every single cast member. This movie is it's just about Tweety finding out that he is next in line to be the king of a I want to get it right. For the king of an island paradise. I wanted to get the location right. So he's the last of his kind to be able to be the ruler after the previous ruler has disappeared. And so it's about Tweety coming into being the king. But and I say that it sounds a lot deeper than it is. And at the same time, Sylvester, who goes with him, learns that there's a plot to get rid of King Tweety, an evil plot to do so, and he's out to stop it and protect Tweety. This movie is funny. I'm gonna start off there. This movie is god dang hilarious. Like the character designs at first when you see them, and that's why I was looking off to the side here, because it's like a little picture with the characters on there, so it has the design. So I'm like, I'm looking at it now, and it's grown on me through the course of the movie. But at first, yeah, and I'm pretty sure if y'all saw the trailer, y'all saw like y'all first looks at this, y'all probably said, "Yo, what is that? Why are they drawn like that? That don't look right. That's ugly." Or it just looks like it's gonna be dumb and stupid or whatever. But I would have to beg to differ. The character design actually lends a lot to the comedy, what they do, how they animate, how they draw certain poses and certain moments in the movie. They do that thing that I like in cartoons, where they like do a lot of distorted faces and a lot of distorted animation sometimes to like emphasize a real silly point. An example would be like Mickey Mouse cartoons. The new run of Mickey Mouse cartoons, they do that, where it's like something like small will happen, right? Like someone drops a penny, and then like their shocking face will be like, oh, but it'd be like all exaggerated and like contorted. Like they do a lot with like the facial expressions where they get like real contorted and all crazy. The bodies get all crazy and drawn and stuff like that. Um, weird emphasis on a lot of things. So that's it's really funny. I love when animation does that. And this movie does that. So excuse me. So it has automatic points from me in that regard because I thought that was hilarious. Like there are a lot of jokes in this movie too. A lot of jokes. A lot of cat puns. Not cat, a lot of bird puns. Which is I didn't think there were that many bird puns in the world, but good lord, this movie pulled it off. Um, a lot of the dialogue is funny. They do like you just have like silly little moments on the side that are just like really comedic. Think like some of the more comedic parts of the Lego movie are what's it? Teen Titans Go, if you're into that. I know that's like a really divisive show. But it's just like it's really goofy. They kind of changed the characters up a little bit like in this and I think actually this is the first time in Looney Tunes history that Sylvester and Tweety have referred to themselves having a family bond. So Tweety considers Sylvester her brother, his brother. My bad, I always think Tweety's a girl. Tweety considers Sylvester to be his brother. And the dynamic isn't the only thing that's changed up. Tweety's attitude, as opposed to like that kind of smooth and real sweet character that we might be used to, he's a lot more goofy, naive. Think SpongeBob, right? He's kind of SpongeBob-ish, where it's like you're not really an idiot, but you kind of just goofy. You're just real goofy, and so they do it. It's really funny. It's a lot of moments in here that I like. Like it's one with a bad guy character sneaks up. Well, doesn't necessarily sneaks up, but he is standing in front of Tweety doing like a little evil speech, like ha ha ha, and he's like boo, and Tweety's just it just makes this face. It's just so funny. Like it's funny. I got a lot of good laughs off of this, especially with Sylvester. Oh my gosh, the slapstick they do with Sylvester is hilarious, and not just like him getting beat up or hit, but his facial expressions. He's one of the characters who gets contorted for the dramatic and comedic effect. He gets contorted all the time, like his, it's like the shape of his head will change, and his facial expressions are hilarious. They'll do like these gross zoom ins to make him look like real gross and ugly, and to emphasize certain jokes. There was a very funny bit he was doing. He's like, I have to go undercover, 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 undercover. And he just kept hiding behind stuff and saying undercover. And he was like, time to do my cat-like reflexes. Blending. And he's just like, it was so funny. It's just things like that that really made me laugh, really made me chuckle, and really enjoy this film. I got a lot of laughs, and I was not expecting to get as many laughs off of this movie as I did. Like this was a very funny, enjoyable movie. And beyond just the goofiness, there's seeing that family bond and seeing that type of the type of story, the main plot, the story, it has emotional beats, not like anything like real heavy, like Pixar level heavy or even Disney level heavy. Heck, not even it's not heavy at all, but they do have nice character moments in here where it's like, oh, okay, well, that's nice. The plots, it makes sense. Like, it's not anything that like beats you over the head, tries to get you to cry or tries to be too serious, but it does have like the story is effective in what you're watching. So it's not just like, oh, they're just doing a bunch of nonsense. No, it's everything kind of flows together very well. Granny is in this as well, of course, as a caretaker of Sylvester and Tweety. And one thing I also like is I don't know if there's ever been an iteration of Granny, Sylvester, and Tweety where Granny understood Tweety and Sylvester talking. I haven't watched Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries in a long time, so I don't even know if she understood them in that series. But here she understands them loud and clear. She's having conversations with them. They're communicating with her. She's communicating with them. So that's something very interesting. I don't remember that being a part of the canon, whether or not Granny understood them or not. Wow, I just said the same thing like twice in one sentence. Whether or not she understood them. What else was it about this movie I enjoyed? There was a nod to the Sylvester and Tweety mysteries, actually, with Granny sitting with Sylvester and Tweety and saying, "Oh, it just hasn't been like a good mystery lately." Like it would be stuff like that. And I was like, "Wow, that's a nice nod. Like this could kind of be a continuation of that iteration of Sylvester, Tweety, and Granny when they did had the mystery series and out solving crimes. This could serve as some type of a continuation of that if you wanted it to, or this could be like an alternate universe where they did that and they're just retired and just chilling. So it's different ways you can look at that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, overall though, this is like I'm looking at the character designs again, and I'm just saying, like, even though they aren't the strongest of Looney Tunes, I think that this character design, the design style, and the animation that they do with it lends itself very well to Looney Tune antics. So much so that I kind of want to see the team that worked on this, from the animators to the character designers, all that. I want to see them work with other Looney Tunes characters. Maybe not Wile E. Coyote, but like I would love to see them do something with Daffy or Bugs or Porky, Yosemite Sam, all the different Looney Tunes characters. I would love to see them do something with that. Speaking of which, there are no Looney cameos in here of the traditional Looney Tunes characters, at least, but there are some deep cut references to old Looney Tune cartoons or Looney Tune branded cartoons. One in particular that I thought was really, really fun. I ain't really going to explain because I'm not that good at explaining that reference. And plus, it's his own cartoon. But if you see it and you know it, you're going to know. You don't know if you see it if you really deep into the old Warner Brothers animation catalog. I mean, I really can't say much else about this film except for it's fun, and I do recommend it. I know that there's really like not a solid critic rating that I can find on this, but and I haven't seen the general consensus of it because I don't watch other reviews before I do mine. I don't want any opinion of mine to be influenced by another. I want to give y'all my raw and honest opinion and honest viewpoint on things. But that being said, if I'm just going off of just what I've seen and my enjoyment levels of it, I gotta hit it with I want to hit it with the 5, but there were there were times it was a little too goofy, but I mean they told a complete and concise story, so I gotta give it to them. Like the comedy wasn't the only thing; the story was good too. So I'm gonna give them a 4.9, 4.9 stars. I thought it was great. King Tweety now available on HBO Max. My kids, they watched it, they loved it. They laughed so hard at certain parts they were just cracking up at. So it's a good family watch. It's rated PG, which is interesting. I do believe it's rated PG. I could be wrong, but I do believe that's rated PG. And like I said, the cartoon violence gets a little. It's consistent throughout, and I think there's like one part is like, "What the heck?" Something like that. So sometimes heck is a little abrasive for kids property, but I don't remember. It was another moment that was a little like, they got a little bit of it's some edginess, but not like a whole bunch of edginess. So I'll just put it like that. It is an appropriate watch for family though, completely appropriate. Yeah. So make sure you guys check it out on HBO Max. King Tweety. But that is all I have for you guys today. And y'all know I'm a Looney Tunes fan, so I'm excited to have reviewed that anyway and have seen that. And like I said, I want more. I'm a Looney Tunes fan. So anyway, thank you all for tuning in to this review. If you enjoyed this review, make sure you hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel. Help me hit my 100 subscriber goal. Next week, we might be back on Twitch. I don't know. I might take an extra week off from the Thanksgiving break, but I am starting video game streaming. So keep your eyes peeled to Twitch. For now, I'm not announcing when I'm going to do the game streams, but eventually, once I get things set up the way I want them to, I'll start announcing them. But for now, just keep your eyes peeled. I did one last night. Surprise, surprise. I think I might do another one tonight. Who knows? But yeah, just stay tuned. We got a lot of exciting things coming up. You guys enjoy your Thanksgiving holiday. I will be back with my proper Thanksgiving special. But until then, stay easy, stay breezy. Peace.